All right, I'm gonna give a quick update. It's been a minute. Right now, you see the engine. It ain't here. It's still at the shop. I got another 2.5 weeks before they get to it. But what I've been doing. See that? 93 Cobra brake booster, SVO master cylinder, and this crappy brake line bend I did, but it worked though. I'll bleed it out on the car. You can blinch bleed it, or you can bleed it from the fittings. uh, J&M caster camber plates. You see the sway bars kicking my butt, but not as bad as kicking your butt with coil springs. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, that is sketchy. But I have a coil spring installation tool, inner coil spring installation tool, so you can use it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you'll get it in the car and you'll fight with it a little bit, and then you'll have to disassemble the spring installation tool inside the spring so it can fall out the bottom, because it'll fall out the bottom once you disassemble it. You see, I got the rack installed. Yeah, there you go. SN95 calipers, and yes, I did test the front wheel. It does fit turn to turn, 8-inch wheel on the front. Got the Cobra calipers, got the cross grilled slotted rotors, got the Viking double adjustable, and this is how they fit. It's gonna be hard to get to that adjustment knob, but you jack it up, you can. And honestly, when you go in a straight line, you kind of don't even want the sway bar bolted in. But if you go around the corners, you want it bolted in. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is like a bolting sway bars in. I think it's because I need weight on the car, because the control arms are down, and I think that's a big part of it. That's actually a really big part of it. You see, the control arms are still loose. I just gotta tighten them up. Here's something interesting most of you guys won't know. Maybe you guys will learn from this. You see that? This is my column linkage, and that attaches to the transmission, which will attach to that AOD that's sitting over there in the corner. So I'm gonna take this and attach it to there with some locking flange nuts, and then it should be in line to be able to attach it again. And then I gotta cut the pigtail off of there. I have the pigtail for an AOD, and I just gotta match up the wires to the right colors for neutral and backup. Yeah, like I said, 13-inch Cobra rotors. It fits that wheel nicely. I'll actually, you know what? Let me try to put one on for you real quick. I'll put it on for you so you can get the visual. You can see the vision. I had it all the way bolted up. You see that? You see that space? I'm good. This thing will turn to turn, no problem. Yeah, 18 by 8. That's an 18 by 9, and it fits just fine. So I'm going 225/35 in the front and 255/35 in the rear, and I got chrome metal valve stems. I'm gonna just get the local tire shop to order some tires, and then mount them up. But yeah, you see that, man? Like, hugs those calipers. Don't even touch them though. Let me show you what else I got. This is engine stuff. So I'll show you engine stuff. All right. Y'all wanted to know, or you probably want to know, what's up with the engine. So I did get a couple weeks ago from the engine builder. It's going to take 3.5 weeks to get to my engine. I can't get the pistons until then. So what do we got for an engine? So it will be 20 over. That's part of the reason why it's going to take a little longer, because 30 over piston's a little easier to get. 30 over piston, or 20 over piston, so it's 304 small block. You see that? It's the same size as the regular oil pump, but it's high pressure. And then we got, for oiling, we got the Canton. It is a stock appearing oil pan with a scraper. So it ain't gonna be extra capacity or that like that. And because I got a regulator got a regulator. I got a Holley 130 fuel pump, so it needs a regulator. Let me see if I can open this real quick. This is a, open it up, 650 HP Street carburetor. So it's an HP, but it has all the vacuum hookups. It has the power brake. It has like all the hookups for like you see timed and manifold vacuum, and it has PCD, but it's an HP. It is a mechanical secondary no choke carb. I'm not worried about a choke. I ain't driving this in nothing but dry weather. This ain't a daily driver for me. I got my timing set for a 2-piece eccentric, because if you remember, I have a 2-piece eccentric. Yeah, you see it. See the cam. So these, yep, this is what these are. Trick Flow 190s, 11Rs. Oh yeah, big boy stuff. Just medium boy stuff. And I got rocker arms, Harlan Sharp, that are twisted wedge specific. So the intake is specific. So that means I'm gonna have to measure my intake push rod and the exhaust push rod to make sure that they are not different. They could be different, but Harlan Sharp, that's a nice one. And with that, man, money. Johnson lifters. I was gonna go OEM roller, but I couldn't find a small base circle cam that wouldn't come before September or October. I was like, no. So I got something off the shelf that will suffice. So I got these reduced travel lifters. They're very nice. Not cheap. Not just some off-the-shelf Amazon. None of this stuff is Amazon stuff. It was either bought from the manufacturer. I bought these from FordStrokers.com, who sells these lifters. Anyways, I'll put it back on later. So, the camshaft. I was going to go with the small base circle cam that had a little less duration, like about 4 or 5 degrees, but I went with Comp Cam's XE282. With that and the 3000 stall, I think we're in there. You know, 1.6 rockers, 3000. I think this thing's going to be pretty, it's going to move. It's going to move. It's going to move, you know. It can, you know, the engine itself is going to be there. So here's the other thing. Mike Stark at CFM touched the manifold. You can see he did work. He did do work. The heads are 1262 gasket. Now these are. Whether I add a spacer depends on how much hood clearance I have, because I did put 1/2-inch K-member spacers in there. So, and a drop base air cleaner with an HP, you know, an HP carb. It's going to sit low, but how low? We'll find out. They said I need to grind my cranks. They said it was a bunch of crap, scratches and stuff. And I told them I want a new rod bolt, so I got ARP wave lock. ARP, dang it, not focusing. ARP wave lock. The balancer in the flywheel, that was, or the flex plate, that was a cool thing. The balancer is an SFI balancer. This balancer is literally the same size and dimensions as my stock, you know, 1979 balancer, but it's got timing marks. And it's SFI. The flex plate, same thing. Same bolt pattern as my Street Fighter converter. Same bolt pattern as my old flex plate, but it's SFI. So, you know, I gotta be careful. I have them install the cam bearings. These are like performance cam bearings, you know, chill cast. So all that stuff I gotta bring to the machine shop, because they gotta balance it. They gotta have everything. I bought 30 over rings on accident. I don't know why I bought 30 over rings, because I knew it was 20 over, and I just in my head, I was like 30 over. And then I had to go exchange them. And now it's kind of just like odds and ends in the radiator and all that stuff. But here go the gaskets. These are the intake 1262 gaskets. Feed line for the carburetor itself. I got 12 NGK spark plugs. Got some sealer. Got the rear main seal. I forgot what this is. What is this? Oh, head bolts. Trick flow head bolts. Whatever head bolt they said, I got. And flex plate bolts, ARP. Pretty much everything's gonna be ARP. The rest of that stuff's coming. The intake. I should have main studs too somewhere. I should have main studs. Oh no, I'm getting main studs. I'm getting main studs because I had to return the short travel OEM lifters that fit in a Spider because I couldn't find a cam that was small base circle that wouldn't come before my son's birthday all the way in November, or almost November. And I was like, nah, we're not doing that. So I just bought, that's why I bought the cam. It's kind of sort of a compromise, but not a compromise. So we got stuff coming. It's just, the time to do it. And, just waiting for parts. But yeah, you see the vision. You see the vision. It's gonna come together. Next year, or before the end of this year, I'll be driving the car. But next year, for sure, car meets, doing vlogs, all the good stuff. Just making sure this is all good. All right, well, that's it for me. That's my update. Hopefully I could update you some more sooner or later. Oh yeah, eventually I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. I'm gonna just sell it on my marketplace. I'll just be like, name your price, cash, no trade. Anyways, that's it for me for now. All right, peace out.